Hi everyone, welcome to the scope of support for Concourse and platform automation. So like before in the other scope support videos, here we would search in Salesforce for scope of support and it gives you the whole list of products. In this video, I'm going to focus on Concourse and platform automation scope of support. Also, there is a customer viewable link in the KB article. Just log in. So you get the customer view of the world. Okay. So this document is meant to be a practical guide to help understand what is and is not covered by pivotal support, okay, in regards to Concourse and platform automation. This document is intended to provide a basic outline and cover some common concrete examples of services that are in and out of scope. Okay, so let's jump into the diagram. Scope of support. So anything in the like pink salmon color is not supported. Okay, and at the moment that's custom pipelines and tasks, container images, PCF pipelines because it's deprecated. Pivotal troubleshoot third-party support. So what this means is we will troubleshoot it, but we won't support the third-party tool. And that's in the light bluey gray. So custom resources and resource types, Vault, AWS, Kubernetes, Credential Manager, and also open source Bash. Okay, I'll get into that a bit more. And everything in green we support. So we support CredHub, Concourse software, operating system via stem cells, and Ops Manager for using Bash. So it's Bash deployed by Ops Manager. And that's for Pivotal Concourse. And then under platform automation, we support the tasks, we support the Docker images that are supplied by the platform automation team, the OM CLI, the OM utility, and reference pipelines. Okay. Now, we'll dive into this a bit deeper. So in scope is the usual things like install, upgrade, and configuration. Okay. Now install upgrade of Concourse. There's a note with this. So if we jump down to the note, installation, initial setup of Concourse should involve a PA. Okay. So make a note of that. So if customers have an issue with installing or setting up their pipelines or upgrading Concourse, then you can reach out to the account team, reach out to the PA, not via the ticket, separate to the ticket, get a bit of an update about what's going on, what the customer might be doing. That will help you progress the customer's issue. Maybe the PA will take it over. Maybe the PA needs assistance with some issues from R&D. Okay. Next, we have usage and configuration. Next, we have installation, configuration, and usage of the OM CLI. Configuration again, usage of the platform automation tasks. There's another note here, so jump down to your note. This covers troubleshooting platform automation tasks sourced from PivNet. So if there's automation tasks that are not from PivNet sources, then we don't cover those. That will be in the out of scope. We report bugs and then bug fixes. Again, there's a note with this. Bug fixes are prioritized by Pivotal Engineering with input from support and our customers. There is no guarantee of an immediate fix. It's very important. So the language that we use when we update a customer when they report an issue is very important here. We don't give any guarantee. We work with engineering and ask engineering to confirm when the fix may or may not be available. Okay. So we continue on down here. PCF automation Docker images for automation tasks. Yes, we do support them because we supply those images. But again, we will only provide assistance on issues originating from a Docker image supplied by Pivotal platform that is downloaded from PivNet. Okay, so again, it's a yes, but be wary that it doesn't cover customers. own Docker images. So configuration and usage of platform automation Terraform scripts. So yes, we do. And again, there's a note. We will provide support for Terraform scripts provided that they are used in conjunction with the platform automation installation documentation. Okay, and there's a link there if you want to go into more detail. And the last one is debugging pipeline failures. We will help debug pipeline failures because this is Concourse. Okay, but again, there is a note. Initial troubleshoot to validate Concourse is working as designed. Pivotal will not support pipeline authoring or third-party task execution failures which are outside of our control. Okay, so there is a bit of overlap between what we do and don't support in the scope, in the out of scope section and the in scope section. Okay, so we do support to a certain level, and then it will be out of scope, and use the notes below to help clarify. Okay, now let's concentrate on the out of scope. Docker images used by Concourse tasks. So I would say if we provide the Docker image via PivNet, then we support it. But if it's not, if it's the customer's own image, then of course we don't support it. Okay. Troubleshooting issues with pipeline, authoring, or task execution failures. So this overlaps with the configuring usage of platform automation tasks. So we have a note again for this, so let's reference the note. So Pivotal will provide initial troubleshooting to validate Concourse is working as designed, but we do not support authoring or third-party task execution. Okay, very important. Authoring custom pipeline resources, resource types and tasks. No, we don't. Again, cannot assist with authoring custom components of Concourse. However, Pivotal can provide assistance through your platform architect or through your professional services engagement, Dojo. So what's very important here is if we're clarifying to a customer that we don't support particular tasks or resource types and the setting up of new pipelines, we can contact the account team, get in contact with the PA, let them have a discussion with the customer and the account team to see if it's something, if the customer requires a dojo to get their environment set up to what they actually require. It's not Pivotal support to go in and set up the customer's pipelines because we don't know enough information about the customer, we don't know enough information about the environment, and the PA and the local account team would have that information. Okay, so next, we don't support third-party or community projects, add-ons, and resource types. We don't support issues with Concourse projects that have not had a GA release. So if it's alpha or beta, then we don't support it. Any alpha beta release will be released with a support section in the documentation that will tell them probably contact R&D directly. Okay, we don't support forked, modified, or custom compiled versions of Concourse. So if customers take the Concourse or fork it from GitHub and add their own changes, we don't support anything like that. And developers, tools, plugins, no, we don't support those. Best practices for Concourse architecture, design, and guidance. Support is not the right audience here. So if customer has issues setting up, or the architecture or the design is wrong, or they need guidance for specifics, then again, we would ask them to reach out to their PA, to the account team. But instead of asking the customer to do so, maybe it's better if the support person takes ownership of it, discusses it with the account team, discuss it with the PA, and once the PA and the account team agree that they've taken over the issue, then the ticket could probably be closed. But again, it's better if support reach out to the account team or the PAs first without going through the customer or making the customer aware, and then update the customer when you have an agreement with the PA and the account team. Next is PCF pipelines. No, we don't, because they're deprecated. Very simple. Support and maintenance of open source Bash. Okay, so this is a tricky one, right? If you're using open source bash to deploy your Concourse, then the maintenance, troubleshooting, OSS bash are outside the scope of support. That is the line we take. However, if the PA or the Dojo, the professional services, have set up the customer's Concourse on open source bash and they are running into issues, then we don't immediately drop it. What we would do is we will reach out to the PA, reach out to the account team and say the customer has Concourse running on OSS bash. They need assistance with X, Y, and Z. And get the PAs and the account team to follow up with them. If there's no PA available, no account team, then support may need to work with R&D to assist the customer if needed. But that should be a very rare scenario, just to make sure the customer is not left without any assistance. Okay. So that's it. The big change in this is the Concourse that's deployed via an ops manager director, bash director is supported. If it's deployed by open source bash, we don't support the underlying bash, but there may be scenarios where the PA or professional services has installed an open source bash. And if that's the case, we reach out to the account team to assist the customer and the PA. Okay. So I think that's it. That covers scope support for Concourse and platform automation. Thank you, everyone.